Hello there, Libra. This is Melissa with Enchanted Emerald bringing you your monthly reading for September 2021. As I step into your energy here, as always, if you haven't yet subscribed to the YouTube, if you don't mind, please hit that subscribe button below. And don't forget to hit that bell so that you're in the know of all of the amazing content as it is released. As always, I use the traditional Rider-Waite deck. That's my go-to deck. So when I step into your energy, Libra, what I'm really feeling is that this is going to be a month for you to really challenge yourself in terms of expressing yourself. Okay, so I feel like this is going to be something that you are going to feel maybe that this is something you don't ordinarily do. Maybe you've always put others maybe before you, and I feel that as you step into your authenticity, it's going to allow others to do the same. You will be inspiring other people, and so this is a really great energy to step into. So I'll get into more of that as we get through this reading. So for the first week of September, Libra, we have for the first the Queen of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles midweek, and then as we round out that first week and a half there of September, the 11th, we have the Devil card. Okay, so really feeling with this that this is a time for you to maybe rise to the occasion. I feel like you typically have a set standard that you go by, and now it is time for you to level up a little bit, maybe put your standard up a little bit higher than what you ordinarily would, and really meet the challenge. And so with this, I feel like maybe you see it as your duty, right, with that Queen of Cups, to really be nurturing and loving and provide this caring energy for others around you. And I feel like maybe taking care of other people is something that you identify yourself with, right? And where you once feel like this is something that you need to do, right? You just have an innate need to do this. Other people just see it as you being thoughtful, right? But this is just part of your character, right? You're a very social being. But I feel where you once had like this love for this, where this used to be something that comes really easily for you, Libra, this is now something that might be being seen or viewed as something a little bit more arduous, something that's more difficult or tiring right now, just because you are maybe going through some stuff of your own, going through just day to day right now is just a lot for you. And so really putting yourself out there to make sure that other people's needs are met at this time just seems like so much more of a difficult type of task. In fact, the word like nightmare comes through. You might feel it is like, gosh, this is such a nightmare that I have to like deal with this, because I feel like at the level that you put people above you, their needs above your own, is like so high that like there's so much effort and time and energy being put into that now it's time for you to just focus on you, your standard. What is the standard of care for you, and kind of like raise that bar a little bit, and then maybe bring the other bar down, right? And so I feel like it's time for you to rise to the occasion in terms of taking care of yourself, right? Because when I look at that Devil card here, like this Devil, it can indicate some pretty heavy energies in relationships. And what I feel with this is, the word petty is coming through. So I feel like there's maybe more than one person, but at least one person, in your energy that are being petty. They're bringing up really minor things. They're bringing up trivial stuff, and you are like, I just don't have time for this right now. I feel like maybe it isn't necessarily trivial or petty or minor to them. To them, in their eyes, it could be something that's a big deal to them. Maybe it has some personal significance related to past experiences. So just be mindful of that as you deal with that. It just feels just a little bit heavier for you in terms of helping them to get through it, right? Now remember that it is not your responsibility to help them navigate that, right? What you are feeling is that you are taking that responsibility on as your own as you sit in that Queen of Cups energy, and you are helping them through that task. Just be mindful to take a step back and guide, right? Give some verbal guidance, verbal instruction, really ask questions of them to get them to do some soul searching of their own to help them on their path. You don't have to always be giving advice and trying to come up with solutions for these people, right? And so that might help to kind of just ease off a little bit in terms of the nurturing aspect, right? And still be able to be there for them so that you're not completely shutting people out, right? But if you do need to take some time to recharge, that's okay too, right? That's respecting your boundaries, respecting your space. And again, once you do that, you might be able to come back and be there in the way that they need. But just being mindful that, you are responsible for you, they are responsible for them at the end of the day, and always will be. So moving into the 12th through the 18th, we have the 6 of Cups with the 8 of Pentacles and the 2 of Cups. So with this, Libra, what I'm really feeling is that, the 8 of Pentacles, they're building something, right? And this could be, with somebody from the past. This is something that brings you a lot of comfort. That 6 of Cups is something that brings a lot of comfort. There's a lot of innocence around that. What I feel with that is that this is very task oriented. Again, it's something that feels trivial. There's a lot of focus on the minute details of things, where you can get caught up in focusing on the little details of things and not be really seeing the big picture of like all that's happening. And so I think that that's really important to be mindful of, because I feel that when that's happening, there is, a focus on little things. It's taking focus off of, what's really important, right? When you're looking at the bigger picture, you kind of get an idea that, like, okay, this might be a little bit more important. All those little things kind of work themselves out as time goes on. You don't necessarily have to put a lot of time and energy and effort into all those little things. They kind of work out, right? And so, but I feel like this Eight of Pentacles, like, they're putting a lot of time and effort into all that little stuff. That's what I feel with that. And so if you're doing that with all these little tasks, the bigger picture is going to kind of pass you by. And I feel like as a result of that, you're going to have a feeling where you might be taking on more responsibility than you need to. And so this is about shared responsibility. When you look at that 2 of Cups, there's an equal give and take, okay? And I feel like whatever activities that you're getting yourself into, this is like, I feel, I have to mention this because I feel like this is not necessarily like the up and up. I don't feel like it's on the up and up. I feel like this is something, some tasks that you're completing with somebody that may be something that you want to fly under the radar with. I feel like it may not necessarily be the most, upstanding type stuff. It could be a little bit of an illegal type activity that you're doing. And so you're just really just trying to make sure that you do what you have to do and get it done. And so the faster you get it done, I guess, the better. And so with this, understand that you aren't the only person responsible in this, that other people are sharing this responsibility, and make sure they do their part and that they do share that responsibility and understand that you are stronger together. Okay, so that's really what I feel with that Two of Cups. Equal give and take, and that you will be stronger together. And so making sure that you're able to work with this person and work with this person well. And I wouldn't get into any type of activities with somebody if there were a lot of conflicts, little things happening, little bickering back and forth, because it's just going to muddy the waters, especially if you're already doing something that isn't necessarily, something that you should be doing anyways. So, because it has a potential to not turn out well. Okay. The 19th through the 25th, we have the King of Swords comes up in the reverse with the Ace of Cups, beautiful Ace of Cups, and the 9 of Wands. Okay, so the 19th through the 25th. As it rounds up the week, we get the 9 of Wands. Okay, with this, I'm really feeling like this is a time for you to distance yourself from someone. This is this King of Swords coming up in reverse, man. This guy here, this is the person that you need to be careful of, or to distance yourself from. I feel like this is someone who has very rigid beliefs, and I feel like this person may not necessarily take in consideration like all of the circumstances surrounding a situation. I feel like they'll see this, what's right in front of them in this set of rules and this set of standards, and that's what they go by, and they don't necessarily factor in like everything else that's happening. Maybe they don't do a lot of critical thinking, right? And so they're not taking into account like all of the details, and so they're very by the book. They may feel like they know it all, and they could be very rude and obnoxious in how they come off to other people, especially to you. And so they're very quick to make decisions. And so in terms of maybe this is a boss, maybe this is someone that you are in a relationship with, they could easily dismiss you in terms of you being out of a job, or you being out of a relationship, or being out of the picture, or not being in this picture with this person anymore, in this project, I guess, with this person anymore. So that's what I really feel. This person, even though they're very pompous, they're coming from a place where they have a lot of pressure coming down on them. They're under a lot of pressure. I feel like they might have like a fear of rejection. Underneath it all, they're fearing rejection, maybe from you or from other people that they have to deal with, maybe higher ups that they're dealing with. And so they are just going to reject you before they can deal with any of the consequences or deal with the dynamics of the situation. And so that's what they do, or reject the circumstances, right? And just see things by the book, okay? So I feel like it's really important for you, Libra, to tread lightly with whatever you're dealing with. Tread lightly with this situation. I feel like this King of Swords, though, I feel like he or she can soften a bit around the edges. This water, this Ace of Cups here, it can soften things a bit. This person can soften a bit around the edges with some emotion. So I feel like flash your pearly whites, do some smiling, lots of laughter, crack some jokes, invite this person maybe out to have some drinks. I feel that, they won't be quite so rough around the edges if you were more inclined to do that. And I feel like you might see them open up a little bit, maybe even blossom totally. But I think that that could be helpful in terms of staying in a good space with this person as you move through that week. So the 26th through the 30th, we have the 8 of Wands. And so with the 8 of Wands, I feel with this one, it's a lot of communication, moving forward, things moving quickly. And so what I feel with this too is that it's like top of the line. So I feel like maybe you've like reached a climax with, you know, what you're working on, and like a peak. And so, you know, it's like reached your expectation, exceeded your expectation. I feel good news could be coming in for you. Understand that with this communication too, I feel like you're going to know exactly what to say, when to say it, how to say it. I feel like there's divine guidance, divine protection with this, so that you'll get the best overall outcome as well. As this news comes in, it will work in your favor. So beautiful week here, rounding out September for you, Libra. Overall advice for you is the Page of Cups. So with this, I feel like as you stand in your truth, stand in your authenticity, I feel that it is going to inspire others to do the same. And so with this, I feel like expressing yourself. You see, you know, he or she is offering the cup of love with the fish in it as well to boot. And so you see this person is, you know, including other people, incorporating other people, asking other people to join the conversation, asking for their viewpoint on things, making them feel included. And then as this person is doing that, they're also being open and vulnerable, right? Offering that cup of love, extending that hand, listening to other people, hearing their viewpoints. And as you do that, it's a lesson. It's a lesson about being selfless and loyalty, and, you know, things like that, because you could be that example for someone else, or vice versa. And so I feel like it's important that you stay confident and you inspire others to have the confidence to do the same, to be open and vulnerable, because it just fosters a beautiful communication and a beautiful flow of love, right? So I love that for you, Libra. That is your reading for September. As always, if you have another Libra that is near and dear to your heart that you feel so inclined to share this reading with, so that they can also benefit from hearing the message, I would love if you would share. As always, take what resonates and leave the rest. Not all general readings can resonate for everybody, but if you're interested in your own personal reading, I'd love to be able to do that for you. You can hit me up at enchantedemeraldny@gmail.com, or you can hit me in the description box below at that Square website to purchase your own personal reading. As always, I will be back with another read for you guys again soon. Thank you so much. Take care.